Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to our channel where we delve into the depths of the Bible and explore its wisdom and guidance. Today, we're diving into the book of Psalms, specifically chapter 57, verses 1 to 11. Psalm 57 is a powerful psalm attributed to David, likely written during a time of intense personal danger and threat from King Saul. It's a psalm of lament, trust, and praise, reflecting David's journey from fear to confident faith in God's deliverance and ultimately his glory. Here's a verse-by-verse look at Psalm 57 to 1 to 11 KJV. Verses 1 to 3, cry for mercy and trust in God. Verse 1, David cries out for God's mercy, seeking refuge in the shadow of God's wings until verse 2. He cries to God Most High, trusting in the God who will fulfill his purpose for him. Verse 3. He expresses his faith that God will send from heaven and save him, rebuking his enemies and displaying his love and faithfulness. Verses 4 to 6. The threat of enemies and assurance of divine justice. Verse 4. David vividly describes his enemies as lions and ravenous beasts, highlighting the danger and hostility he faces. Verse 5, he calls for God to be exalted above the heavens and his glory to be over all the earth. Verse 6, David describes the traps his enemies laid for him, yet he trusts they will fall into their own pit. Verses 7 to 11, resolved praise and proclamation of God's steadfastness. Verse 7, David's heart is steadfast and ready to sing and make music to God. Verse 8, he awakens his soul and instruments to praise God even before the dawn. Verse 9, David vows to praise God among the nations and sing to him among the peoples. Verse 10, he acknowledges the vastness of God's love and faithfulness, reaching to the heavens and skies. Verse 11, David repeats his call for God to be exalted above the heavens and for his glory to cover all the earth, reiterating the overarching theme of God's ultimate glory. Divine justice. The psalm expresses faith that God will ultimately bring justice and turn the schemes of the wicked against them. Praise and worship as a response to trials. David chooses to worship and praise God even in the face of his enemies and challenging circumstances. God's glory. David's ultimate desire is for God's glory to be known and exalted above all else, both in heaven and on earth. Psalm 57 offers a framework for navigating difficult times by turning to God in prayer, trusting in his protection and justice, and responding with praise and worship. Even when facing obstacles, refuge and strength can be found in God's love and faithfulness. This also calls believers to worship and make God's glory known, fulfilling the mission to share the good news of his love and salvation. Thank you for joining us today as we explored these powerful verses from the book of Psalms. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more inspiring content. Until next time, take care and stay blessed.